everybody, and thanks for joining us for the PHNX Suns postgame show, brought to you by the DraftKings Sportsbook app, America's #1 sportsbook app. Don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe wherever you get your podcast, and leave us a 5-star review. I'm Lindsay Smith here with Saul Bookman and Espo. Gerald will be joining us from the Footprint Center shortly. And guys, we broke the 3-game losing streak tonight. The Suns took down the Magic 116-113. How you feeling?
Fantastic. A win's a win. I don't care how it comes. Most importantly, it's the revival of the sexy sax.
Oh, no. Yeah, I know. It's that kind of night. Look, a win's a win.
I refuse to be on a show that doesn't show the sexy sax.
We need the sexy sax.
She put it back on. We're okay.
Now we gotta start all over.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to the PHNX Suns postgame show.
The Suns beat the Magic 116-113. How we feeling, everybody?
Really awesome.
About to feel a little bit better.
I just want my sax, man. Like, I need my... I don't know why. There we go. It's almost like instant calm as soon as I hear the sax. I don't know what producer in their right mind would ever cut that short and deprive the people of this greatness that is the sexy sax.
I mean, to be fair, Emma, you and I were on the same team as getting the sexy sax back for this season. So I'm surprised
this is like definitely on you.
So we were on a break.
We were on a break.
From the sexy sax tonight. We were on a break. You're a Friends fan. I
know, but why?
I don't know, because Emma decided we were on a break.
Did the song cheat on us?
I think it did.
All right.
Shout out to Josh Okogie late in this game. Obviously came down to the final few seconds. Played really good defense. And that's something that you haven't been able to really say about the Suns for a minute now.
He hit a 3, too, which was only his second of 10 attempts tonight. So 20%, baby, but it happened when we needed it.
Hey, and those two came when?
When Lindsay wasn't there.
Yeah!
It's true.
Right after Lindsay tried to say that I was the problem. I was like, no, I'm not the problem.
I mean, kind of. You're the jinx. I didn't say you were the problem, but you were the jinx, because we've been talking about Josh Okogie being a knockdown three-point shooter since January of 2023. The one show where you lean into it and you yell out the chant, Josh Okogie knockdown three-point shooter, is where it all went to shit.
I just want to say...
He just stopped being a knockdown three-point shooter the minute you leaned into it.
I just want to say that I was not the only one to shout that on that show. I believe all of us did.
Gerald did not.
I think
Gerald never participates in our reindeer games.
I think we're back to... saying it ironically.
It was never ironic for me. I was speaking it into existence.
For a solid eye?
Oh, I know. I was speaking it into existence.
A hell of a block, though, to end the game
It was.
by Josh Okogie. I'll give him credit for that.
It was a very risky, calculated gamble, and it paid off.
Thank goodness. And also, Ish being right there to be able to get that ball to make sure no second chance opportunities after that block either. So,
and technically, this game was kind of won by Josh Okogie at the buzzer at before halftime, because they fouled him on a half-court three-point shot. He hits 3 free throws. They win by 3 points.
That's true. Or at the end of the first quarter when Payne hit the 4-point play.
Yes, that too.
As time expired. Like, I mean, there was... Listen, the Suns could have easily won this game, but they could have easily blown the Magic out. But, man, I will say, if there's any worry on my part, it would be the defense. The defense... continuously falls apart in the most unideal of situations, and they really got to shore that up.
Yeah, it's weird. It ebbs and flows. Like, first quarter, it was non-existent. Second quarter was a little bit better. They hold them to 27. Third was 27. But I don't know if it's their intensity, if it's just the way they're rotating or not rotating at times, but it's off right now, and I get it. They did trade away a big piece of that defense, but this team was known for its team defense as well, and something is off right now.
And to be fair, to that point, it's not like the Suns were a tremendous defensive team even before the trade.
No, not this
because Mikal had taken a step back. He hadn't played, and he still, because of the amount of play that he is, or the offensive production he's had for the Brooklyn Nets, his defense has taken a step back. And so it's not like the Suns have been like a knockdown, lock it up defensive team all season. They've been struggling all year long, and they really got to find a way to shore that up before we hit the playoffs.
Yeah, I mean, because you can't, when Kevin Durant is on this team, sure, everyone was saying you can outshoot anybody, right? If our offense is this good, do you really need that good of defense? Well, we don't have Kevin Durant right now, so you can't rest on that. Mm-hmm. You do need to play defense. And even when Kevin Durant does play again for this team, you should still play defense because it's part of the game and it's important. It's valuable.
I mean, it is half the game.
It is quite literally. That's math, Espo.
Math in here. Who needs Gerald when he got this brain, huh?
Right? Oh, my goodness. But yeah, that is one thing, Saul, I agree with you on, that I would like to see the Suns kind of put a little more emphasis and focus on that, especially in Kevin Durant's absence. And if I recall correctly, didn't DA mention that this morning at shoot-around? Mm-hmm. Specifically talked about how they need to rely more on their defense right now than their offense.
Yeah, for sure.
So
it was a little bit of the clutch time Suns to a degree in the fourth quarter. I did enjoy seeing that. Yeah. CP3 hit a couple pretty big shots. And as Brittany in the chat had said, guys, they hit all their free throws tonight.
Oh,
and they needed every single one of them.
Right.
I mean,
yeah, they did.
They were 17 of 17. They still got outshot or had fewer free throw attempts than the Magic. The Magic had 23, but I mean, they had to hit all 17 of theirs tonight. Yeah. I mean, that was a huge part of tonight's game. So kudos to them because they had struggled at times over the last month or so on those free throw shots.
Yeah, let's dive a little bit more into this one by saying what's inside the box.
What's in the box? What's in the fucking box?
What's in the box is a 116-113 win over the Orlando Magic. They snapped that 3-game win streak. 47 rebounds for Orlando Magic, 34 for the Suns. That ain't great. I mean, I'm not going to lie. That's not pretty. And points in the paint was 58 to 40 in favor of Orlando. But you know where they made that up? On 3-point shooting. They were 13 of 35. The Suns were. The Magic were only 8 of 28. And that's how you get a 116-113 victory against a team that you should have kicked their ass, but you still get the win.
Listen, The Orlando Magic are sneaky good. They kind of remind me of the night, was it the 18-19 Suns? Yeah, Ayton's first year, where somehow, some way, they beat the Milwaukee Bucks twice that year. And that was 2 of their 19 wins. And they beat the Warriors twice this season. They already beat the brakes off the Suns the first time in Orlando, and they were giving them every bit of the problem now. They're a tough team to play against if because of their movement. And EJ made a couple good points on the broadcast. One of the things the Suns have kind of fallen into a little too much is their lack of ball movement on the offensive side of the ball. And really getting a little bit more of a free flow of gameplay on that offensive side. Orlando was moving and cutting and getting some easier shots than the Suns were, but the Suns have better players, and that's ultimately what prevailed.
I had a buddy text me and say, the Orlando Magic feel like the Walmart version of the Milwaukee Bucks. Lots of length, pretty good at switching on defense. They have some guys that can get hot offensively. Obviously, no Giannis, but just the kind of team that frustrates this Suns team in terms of length. And I hadn't thought of it that way, but then I was like, yeah, you know what? They are kind of like that. There is just a lot of guys that muck it up for this against a Suns team like this. And we saw this tonight. I mean, Devin struggled outside of the third quarter in this game. And I think part of it was just the way Orlando plays as much as it was him just not having a good game.
Yeah, I mean, I'll give them credit, absolutely. But as far as Devin goes, I think Devin's tired. He played 43 minutes last night, or what night was it? What's today? Yeah. Thursday? Tuesday? He played 43 minutes on Tuesday.
One of those nights.
He's been carrying the load for the last 5 games for this Suns squad. Like, I think Devin has kind of, he's feeling it right now. And then Monty was also Brittany in the chat. I feel like I think it was Brittany or Amelia was saying that Book and DA both scared us tonight as far as potential injuries or something like that. I missed that.
So DA got racked. Hey, you got to always protect the McNuggets.
Fine.
No, McNuggets
you
is different.
said it.
McNuggets is different. No, McNuggets is completely different.
No, it's
got to
not.
protect. It's a quote from a movie.
Okay. Since you're quoting, I'll give you it.
Thank you.
Fine.
Thank
you can
you.
have
What movie?
I don't know.
The Longest Yard.
I didn't
there you
know
go.
that.
Yeah.
Original or remake?
The remake, Terry Crews.
Okay.
You got to always protect the McNuggets. And yeah, he took a little shot to the huevos. And then Book, I don't know if it's a groin. Some people were talking about his arm. Looks like maybe he dinged his arm up. There's a little bit of everything going on. Listen, you're getting to the time of the year where things it's a battle. It's a battle every single game. And if you don't come ready to play, things are going to happen in these games, and you're subjected to injury. And hopefully nothing is bad, nothing that will keep any of these guys out. But yeah, they look pretty bang up towards the end of that game.
Yeah, I just think Monty needs to, while yes, we do want to win games and we do have to rely heavily on Devin in this interim period of not having Kevin Durant, you cannot also then go too far as how much load you're putting on Devin's back. He can't be playing 40 plus minutes every single night for the rest of 2 to 3 weeks until KD comes back. You're going to wear him down.
Yeah.
You just are.
1,000,000%.
I mean,
plus the mental load of that too, which I know Devin can handle it. I'm not saying he can't, but as a coach, you don't want him to have to.
I mean, he still played the most minutes of anybody on the team tonight. He played 36 out there. I mean, it's fewer than he did the other night. But look, the bench came up tonight, though. They came up big in helping this team. They had, I'm doing the quick math, it's 29, 34, 41 points for this team. I probably could have hit the team stat button, but I wanted to do the math myself. 41 points off the bench for this team tonight, which, they've struggled mightily as of late too. But without them, they don't get this victory this evening. So shout out to them. They picked up Book on a night where he wasn't otherworldly. And that's what you hope from with these guys. And they stepped up in what could have been otherwise a pretty ugly loss to an inferior opponent.
Hopefully Book can take a little bit of time tomorrow and Saturday, put his feet up, get some rest, maybe enjoy a Four Peaks beverage to really just unwind. Just one. The Suns brew, of course. It has to be that one. That just makes sense, right? But just have a little bit of a break. You guys, on the other hand, tomorrow specifically, should ramp things up and go hang out at the Four Peaks Brew in Tempe to celebrate St. Patty's Day. They're going to have a blast out there tomorrow evening. All of the Four Peaks beer that your heart can desire. You do have to be 21 years or older, and we ask that you enjoy responsibly. But in addition to this Four Peaks beer, the Four Peaks food as well.
Oh,
Four Peaks beer, Four Peaks food, giant TVs all around the pub so you can watch all the March Madness and all the sports that you want to watch. Like, it's the perfect environment for all of these things. So make sure you check out our friends over at Four Peaks. All right, let's not bury the lead. Espo, you brought up the bench. We got to go ahead and name our DraftKings king of the game. Of course, tonight it's going to go to Cam Payne. Cam Payne finished with 18 points. He had 5 assists. He was 3 of 5 from deep. I'm so glad that Cam Payne found his confidence, found his pizzazz. Cam Payne looked like Cam Payne tonight.
Je ne sais quoi.
Yes.
Cam Payne looked like he just finished a 100-meter sprint. Just
crossing
that
the
graphic.
line. Oh, lean that forward.
Okay, but his little, I don't even know, celebration when he was sitting on the floor, that was fantastic. That was a new one.
I didn't see that because I couldn't see it from
It's all over the internet.
Yeah,
so you'll
it's
see
been
it.
gift.
Yeah. Oh,
Okay.
yeah. That was immediately one that was clipped and put out. I love that. But yeah, Cam Payne played fantastic tonight. It was good to see him return to form. This is the Cam Payne we need.
Oh, you have to have this campaign if you hope to go deep in the playoffs. Because this is a guy that can completely change the narrative about the Suns bench single-handedly. He's a guy that can wind up going out there and scoring in droves, and he has that attitude.
Mm-hmm.
This team at times this year has missed that swagger, has not had it as a whole, and Cam Payne is very much an attitude guy, a guy that can bring that for the entire squad and get them going. That 4-point play that he had was huge for this team and gave them energy in what was otherwise a completely lackluster quarter that they had. And really, he kept the crowd in it. especially in that first half. So shout out to Cam Payne. Hopefully we're getting the 2021 campaign that's reemerging, and he can ride that out through the playoffs.
Yeah, Cam, we said it the other night until, Monty decided to ice him out. He provides the juice.
Yeah.
Nobody provides the juice like Cam Payne, baby. Let's go. And so he was awesome. I think he still has a little bit of trying to figure out things. Sometimes he tries to make a play so much that he puts himself in bad positions by turning the ball over. He can stop a lot of that. But again, for every turnover, he has a phenomenal play and some swagger to back it up. And everybody loves to see it. And it's great.
Yeah. You mentioned that Monty kind of iced Cam out the other night. He did give him a little bit more run tonight, though. And I don't know if that was riding the hot hand or trying to give Book a little bit of a break, but Cam stayed in a little bit longer in that second quarter than normal.
Yes, this is facts.
So I don't know. I'm just saying, I don't know. What do you think it is? Do you think it's more trying to give Book a little bit of a longer rest, or saying, hey, Cam, you looking good. Keep going.
I mean, I think Monty kind of realized he kind of effed up the other night, is what I think, by not playing Cam Payne a lot more than he did. Mm-hmm. They were in a battle. Cam Payne was looking pretty good against the Bucks. And for whatever reason, Monty was like, yeah, enough of that shit. Sit your ass down. Let's lose this game. Like, okay, why? So I think he kind of learned a little bit from his mistakes, and he played a little bit more. I don't think it was necessarily to just spell Booker, but I think it was more a learning lesson from the last game to try and fix what's, to prevent a past mistake again.
Well, and look, Monty's going to have to do that at times in this playoffs run, this stretch, and then in the playoffs too, is ride a hot hand, which we haven't seen him do in recent memory. I wish he'd kind of, Mr. Freeze Terrence Ross a little bit right now and go, you could go sit down, Terrence, at times. He had 17 or 16 minutes tonight and only 7 points, but Cam looked great. I'm glad he got the extra run. I don't know that it was necessarily as much about Book, but it's a lot easier when Book is not shooting well and Cam is, to go, hey, Book, take another minute or two, and do that. And Cam stepped up in it. I mean, 21 minutes and 18 points is exactly what you're going to need out of him. And maybe not the full 18, but you're going to need him to participate like that. So.
Mm-hmm. And I know Monty's a creature of habit, and the guys also likely know that about Monty at this point. But it's got to feel good if you're Cam Payne and Monty gives you the nod to stay in a few extra minutes. Like, you want to talk about a confidence boost. Monty changing his ways for you, that would make me feel pretty good.
But Cam is one of his guys. We can't forget that. This is not like he did it.
Is he though?
I mean.
Yes, but still, even if you are one of his guys, he still doesn't change that often.
I also would say Booker was not exactly on point tonight.
Oh.
He was struggling a little bit shooting the ball. So to defer to Cam Payne is probably a little easier in a situation like that than it normally would be.
Yeah. One thing that Monty did say, and Gerald will give us more on this, but Gerald did tweet out that Monty said, as far as Cam Payne goes, he's starting to get back to the Cam Payne we all know and love and appreciate. It takes guys a while. He's had some nagging injuries. So maybe he is just starting to feel good in his body and injury-wise, overall healthy now.
Is there any update on Booker by chance?
Not yet.
Okay. There is one. Sorry. He said, as for Devin Booker, Monty Williams said he thought it was just a matter of general soreness, especially after playing 43 minutes on the second night of a back-to-back the other day. That's it that we got so far. General soreness. We love soreness, don't we? Soreness,
it's been upgraded. It's now a general
soreness. Yeah, it used to be lieutenant soreness. Now it says general. I'm a little concerned about that because Book in that damn groin or hamstring, it's always one of those two that you're just like, man, God bless America.
Yeah, I'm sorry if he's out and KD's out for any of the next few weeks.
This city's going to lose its damn mind if Devin is out at any point in time during Kevin Durant's absence.
Yeah, your margin of error is about that much right now.
Lord
you can't.
have mercy.
I mean, if you're missing both of them, you're now going to have to rely on Payne to be a major scorer. It will be interesting. Let's hope it is just soreness and something that, playing fewer minutes tonight, having a couple days off back to back before playing on Sunday is enough to kind of just say, okay, I feel better now. Get some treatment and just be okay.
The most important thing at the end of the day is we won.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Right, Emma?
We won.
We won, right?
Yeah.
Win. Win, 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 win. Curve everything else. Win, 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 win.
There you go. We haven't heard that for a while.
We haven't heard that one in a while. Man.
You did that so
what a
well,
time to be alive. Once again, congratulations, Payne, for being our DraftKings King of the game. We did not do bets tonight, like our DraftKings picks of the game. So we're all just going to stay where we are. And we'll pick it back up on Sunday. Yeah. But the leaderboard is me, Saul, and then Espo.
So she's just running at the clock, right? You notice she didn't say, hey, we didn't make any picks. Maybe we should make some picks.
To be fair.
You want to know what's funny is he brought it up to me.
To be fair.
At the restaurant.
To be fair. one of the people that came to our takeover said, hey, I didn't see your guys' bets. And I was just like, hey, we're just going to take the night off. So I was with you. Okay. I was on your side.
Just by the time we remembered it was like, this is just too much. We're going to call it a day. We're all in agreement. We're staying where we are. But if you want to get in on the action before Sunday's game, be sure to download the DraftKings Sportsbook app right now. Sign up with that code PHNX, and new customers can bet $5 on the NBA and get $200 in bonus bets instantly. Only at DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of the NBA. With that code, PHNX. Minimum age and eligibility restrictions apply. See show notes for details. So, Saul, you mentioned the watch party.
Yeah.
I think we should talk about it.
Let's do it.
It was a lot of fun. So we had our watch party today with some of our friends, and it was a whole lot of fun. We got together before the game started. We had some drinks. We had some food. We had a really great time.
The Desmond was fantastic.
Dude, the Desmond was phenomenal.
Yeah.
The food was elite. The pizza was awesome. The wings, like the whole 9 yards.
Shane and I got Shirley Temple's. Mine was non-alcoholic and his was alcoholic. And he said his was bomb. And my Shirley Temple was fantastic. Sometimes Shirley Temples are just gross, and it's like, it's like the basic mocktail. And so I was like, shout out to you guys for actually putting in a little effort for those of us who can't drink.
Exactly. No, it was phenomenal. And it was so, man, one of the things that's starting to happen that I really just love is everybody that comes out is like now starting to learn,
become friends.
Yeah, learn who everybody else is and who they are in the chats. Like MCG Blues over here,
Brendan and Mark are
talking to Brendan and Mark. Yeah, like it's so awesome how this is starting to build and build and build, and this community is getting bigger and bigger. And like that's what we hoped would happen, and it's so. We're so excited. We can't wait. And I was there, Sam. Calm down. I was there. I was just in the back trying to get into the picture, but I couldn't.
Saul was working his ass off tonight. Handing out drink tickets, checking off lists, giving out shirts. The man put in more work than I've seen him do. And that sounds bad.
Now
I didn't mean it as a rip.
He was like, yay, I didn't mean fuck it you.
Espo always goes one step too far.
He doesn't know when to stop.
Here's the compliment, and then it's like, oh, by the way, let me throw in a subtle jab.
Oh, man, this is a nice car. Watch out for that truck.
Heart.
Boom.
Lindsay did her usual, so Saul was working hard.
Screw you, Espo.
No, it was fun. We actually had one of the takeover guys in here. Yeah, shout out. Right?
Espo ate a shoe.
Yes,
he did. I'm sure you guys all want to see that too. Yes.
So we recorded it and we have it here for you guys. So you get to watch him eat the shoe. Emma, you ready to show the shoe eating
how about
video?
that shoe, huh?
That was your cue.
That was your cue.
I promised to eat a shoe if Katie wound up here before the trade deadline, and I am a man of my word, sort of. Ready? You get enough? We need to do one of these so you can get the whole thing. Beautiful. Look at that.
Let's see a nice slice,
Let's cut that in. 100% pure Nike. Here we go. Chewy. That's good true. KD.
You should have shoved that cake in his face.
I should have.
You had the perfect opportunity. Now watching back, like you came around, you totally could have done it.
Here's the thing about Saul Bookman.
What?
I have class, and I don't like to embarrass people like that. So, I just, hey, let him have his moment. He ate the shoe. It's good.
Saul's a good man. I want to give a shout out to...
It would have been funny, though.
It would have been really funny. And in hindsight,
Sorry,
I really
Espo.
wish I would have done it.
It would have been funny. I want to give a shout out to Ryan Stiegman of Cakes by Stiggy, who made the cake. Fantastic job. You can check him out at Cakes by Stiggy. That's Stiggy. Or you can find him on all socials, Cakes by Stiggy. Big Suns fan, has watched our show and wound up making or providing the Nike tonight. I'm not going to say that it was anything other than a wonderfully tasty cookies and cream Nike.
Yeah.
So thanks for making that, and check him out if you need a shoe.
Okay, so I'm not throwing shade because the cake was fantastic. The actual cake itself and the frosting was bomb. But everybody knows that fondant, which is what you have to use in order to make something look like that cake, fondant is awful. And Mark in the chat said, ew, fondant close enough to eating a shoe. So you did take a big old bite of the fondant.
It's true.
So I'll give you that.
I ate all fondant in that first bite.
But the cake was actually super bomb. It was like a marble cake.
Yeah.
And it was good.
It was really good.
Really
It was really good.
He took a picture of this shoe that we have on the set and created it and did a pretty spot on job on that Jermaine O'Neal shoe. So.
Not only that, but like everybody got a piece. Everybody got a piece of the cake, and everybody enjoyed it. It was fantastic. And we even had a little bit left over for our good folks at the Desmond, and they shared it amongst the staff, which I thought was really cool. Again, if you haven't been to the Desmond, they are not a partner of ours in terms of sponsorship, but we really loved the environment there. We're absolutely friends now. I encourage you to go down there. It's 1 block away from the arena. Great food, great vibes, great little Irish bar kind of feel. So for tomorrow, for St. Patty's, you probably just go there and rock it.
Or actually, you know what you should do?
Yes.
What you should do?
Yes.
Because
tell him, Lindsay.
Let me look. Hold on. Let me see. Eric in the chat said that looks so much fun.
It was.
It was. And here's the deal. Our next PHNX Suns takeover is dropping tomorrow at noon. That's right. We are doing another one of these.
The last one of the
April
season.
6th against Denver. We're going to be hanging out at the Desmond again. So you get to check out all of this information. It's going to be super fun.
Listen, we've done a couple takeovers and we've been in the upper deck. The 2 takeovers that we did, we were in the upper deck. This one, lower level against the number 1 seed, Denver Nuggies. Yeah, you thought I was going to get me. And you get this shirt.
The Valley Sicko shirt.
The Valley Sicko shirt.
The actual one Saul's wearing.
Yes, you get it. All sweaty and everything because I just ran over
on
here.
It too earlier today.
I got a little sauce.
You know it's game worn.
Food and drinks. Everything provided. We only have 20 tickets to sell. 20 tickets. So we're dropping this in our Diehards chat, and we are dropping this in our regular Twitter all at the same time. It's first come, first serve. Those things are going to go like that.
Yes, tomorrow at noon.
It's cheaper than
your
anything
alarms.
you're going to find anywhere to get in that
so
building.
put it in your calendar now. Come hang out with us. We're, like you said, Discord, Twitter, gophnx.com. And if you are a diehard, you still get your discount, just FYI. Okay, so keep an eye out for that. It's going to be a lot of fun. Really excited.
So are we, Lindsay.
Way to sell it, Lindsay.
Well, it's not that I wasn't lying. I just was trying not to burp.
That's even better.
Like it just kind of started to get a little like, uh-oh.
This is going to come, but I'm going to
talk like this. Exactly. I don't know what to do for that. Maybe I should stop at Circle K and get some Sprite on the way home. That'll help get it out.
Ginger ale.
Ginger ale.
Yeah.
I do love me a good stop at Circle K.
When my tummy hurts, I drink ginger ale.
Yeah, and Circle K has ginger ale.
Shut up, Max.
And if you guys have not already learned or sent your text in, we have teamed up with Circle K to give one of you an opportunity to win a $500 gas card thanks to our brand new partnership with them. So if you have not
code
already,
31310 There you
PHNX.
go.
You had text PHNX
Oh, yeah.
to 31310
Damn it.
for a chance to win a $500 gas card.
So-
See show notes for details.
Text it to Sean Marion, Torrey Craig.
There you go. There you
Easy
go.
way to remember.
I was like, what? But now I get what you're saying. I get what you're
There
saying.
you go.
All right. How else are you guys feeling about tonight's game? Is there anything else that really stood out to you from this one that you would like to discuss?
Yes.
What is that?
So Espo made a point earlier, and I didn't know if I was really feeling like this because it's taken a long, long time for me. I think,
Oh,
I
it's the
think-
one I made at the game.
I think it's time for Landry Shamet to come back.
I think this bench needs him.
Really?
I think this bench needs him. I really do. At least, for nothing else, another ball handler and somebody that can at least throw up a three and make at least 3 out of 10 as opposed to the 2 out of 10 that Josh Okogie made.
Well, and he's a better defensive guy than he gets credit for.
And the defense.
Mhm.
which I think
Yes.
this bench could really use. And, him and Payne in there, I never thought I'd get to this place, but I really think he is somebody that can help him down the stretch.
Whoa.
You know-
Did I just see a picture of something?
Yes, but don't bring it up yet. Don't bring it up yet. That's a tease. Y'all gonna have to stay tuned to find out what's happening.
Oh my God.
I think we should leave.
I'm so upset right now.
You guys,
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
get it
Go ahead.
together.
I can't keep it together, Lindsay.
Keep it
I
together.
can't.
Landry Shamet, though, for real though, you're not the first, and this has been now, I think, since the Kings game when people started to actually throw this out there as somebody who could potentially bring some calm to the bench, if you will.
Yes, I agree. I agree. I also, I just think that there is something about Landry Shamet that would maybe ease it a little bit more for Terrence Ross and possibly TJ Warren. Because it just looks like those two guys are trying to go through it. They're trying to learn this system. They're trying to figure out their way. And defensively, especially, they need a little bit more stability on that side of the ball. So I don't even care about the offensive side. Like, I think they'll be fine offensively, especially when KD comes back. But defensively, they need some guys to be able to stay in front of the ball, stop picking up these ticky-tack fouls, and play solid defense. So,
Yeah.
So Frank, yes, I am missing Shamet.
Thank you for your super
Thank
chat,
you for your
Frank.
super chat. Yep.
Yeah. Easy said, Saul really asking for Shamet? I mean,
What?
Shamet always got the short end of the stick.
Well,
And was some of it deserved?
deservedly
Yes.
so.
But I also think we kind of just piled on a little bit at times because it was fun to do.
Yeah.
I will say that.
No. I am the bus driver of this bus. Bus driver of this bus. Yes, I have been anti-Shamet for the longest time. I continue to be anti-Shamet but right now, you gotta go with him. You gotta hope he comes back before the playoffs because nobody else is playing defense in that second unit. Dude's just.
Yeah, I mean, I think you could definitely give some of Terrence Ross's minutes there.
But what about taking some off of Book's plate?
I mean,
When you don't want to play him 43 minutes a night.
I mean, before the playoffs, sure, but I'm playing Book 45 a night if I
yeah,
have to.
I'm
to
talking
get a
about like
title.
right
Yeah.
now, not the playoffs.
Look, and I don't know. I mean, with as long as Shamet's been out, who knows what you get? But I very much think this bench needs another piece, another option that Monty can turn to when those corner threes aren't falling. I get it that he's not otherworldly, but he's somebody that can help, and I think that's what this bench needs right now. So.
I fear that we are in a point right now this season, and I know that we have high hopes on KD,
Mhm.
but it does feel like right now that this team, it needs a lot of things to kind of go right in order to win a championship this season. And because I just don't feel like they have the continuity, especially on the defensive end, to be able to compete at a super high level. Now, there's still 15 games, I believe, 15 or 14 games left in the season. There's still plenty of time to try and rectify that. And we all know we've seen teams take a big jump in the playoffs because of the sense of urgency and the desperation. So I'm not saying it's impossible, and I'm not saying it's not going to happen at all. But I am concerned right now. And if you were telling me on a scale of 1 to 10, how concerned am I? I'd probably say I'm probably about 3 or 4, which is a lot higher than I thought I'd be with KD.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, it happens. And nobody anticipated this being where we are in the moment. You know what I mean? Yeah. So that's not. It's just it's fair to have mixed emotions right now because everyone expected this team to look completely different. This was supposed to be like us riding off into the sunset, headed towards the playoffs. You know what I mean?
I never felt like that because I wanted to see this first. And those first
but it was all excitement. There was no negative to it. It was like, I'm so excited to see what this looks like.
I still am.
Yeah, I still am. And,
yeah.
And unfortunately, like,
but it being put on the back burner killed that excitement.
We got him against 2 kind of scrubby teams, and then a good team, but not a great team, in the Dallas Mavericks, who did have our number. And you got to see, you can see that KD's value is tremendous, but still, like, I want to see the whole package together against a team like the Nuggets or a team like the Warriors and stuff like that. And unfortunately, the 3 games that we just had before tonight were those games, and we didn't get to see it. So I'm sure everything's going to be fine. I have high hopes. I have high expectations. I have high expectations for the remainder of KD's contract. I have high expectations for this team, but there's still so much left to prove for this team, and there's so much more to try and figure out before they get to the parts of the season and the playoffs that are just really crucial to winning.
Yeah. Psycho Hawk 2000 in the chat said, "Can we talk about our issues getting the ball in bounds in clutch time? Feels like it's been an issue all season long."
Well, I mean, the last 2 years, that guy in clutch time inbounding the ball,
Jay Crowder.
Was Jay Crowder. So you're without that guy, and now you're asking other people to make those decisions, and I think that becomes a challenge. I mean, you have to have a certain mindset to do that right and not panic, knowing that clock's ticking on you for 5 seconds, and you're trying to find the right guy and make the right pass. So, look, at the end, I think they made the right moves, calling those timeouts, ensuring they didn't make a dumb play passing it in. But,
you mean like getting trapped in the corner and throwing it overhead to the half court and then losing the game on a buzzer beater, basically?
You know, I mean, Virginia? Yeah. Yeah. So, I think that that's what's going on here, and they're trying to find the right guy. Plus, without KD there, it's a lot easier to put pressure on Book and CP3 when they're trying to get open to get an inbound pass as well. So.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Kennard said, "Good point, Espo." Honestly, it really was, though. Like, I didn't even think about who we were missing in those situations. So that's really good perspective.
Like, you know, in football, you never think of the kicker, the punter, till they do something stupid. Well, that's the inbound play passer too. You never think of an inbound guy unless he makes a mistake, and that's why nobody really thought about how great that Jay was at that. I hate to admit it, but yeah, he was good at some things for this team, and that was one of them.
I mean, we could say that he was a good player for the Suns and not.
That's like saying something nice about your ex. Like, I never was somebody that wanted to do that until years removed.
I can say plenty of good things about my exes.
Some of them.
Yeah, I can too. They're not mine anymore. They're my exes. Those are some good things. So,
I think it's all about the way that the breakup happened. That's all it is.
But by the way, let me say that I neglected to mention this during the shoot. My wife was the one that actually found Cakes by Stiggy and got that done. Yeah. So thank you, Trace. I appreciate you doing that too.
Super awesome. Okay,
I wasn't walking the back. I got a message like, "Hey, you forgot to give you a shout out." So,
okay. So here's the thing.
Take care of it.
We have something that is going. Gerald,
what is with you right now?
What do you mean?
When did you summon the powers of Mike Luke?
Here's the thing.
Code
PHNX.
When did you start saying
this? Does he say that?
Oh my! That's like his catchphrase.
Did I say that a lot today?
You said it like 4 or 5 times.
Have I?
Here's the thing. I'm like, what the heck? Look at Max. He's like, what is going on?
I don't know.
I keep waiting for you to be like, here's the thing. Code word PHNX. I keep waiting for that to come out of your mouth next.
I didn't realize that I was saying that a lot today. My bad.
R.I.P. Mike Luke for our Wildcat. He's still alive. I'm sorry. Arizona Wildcats, my beloved Wildcats, took the big ass L today. It was devastating. Mike Luke is still alive. I'm sorry. I should not have said RIP. I mean RIP to my Wildcats.
He meant rest in podcast. Take a break. You don't have to do a show tomorrow.
Rest in place.
Well, listen. Here's the thing, okay? When Gerald is going to be joining us here shortly, and when he joins us, we're going to have a full-on meltdown happen on this set. But before we do that, just a reminder, if you also have a meltdown by what you see, OG's is here for you, okay? The emotions, they'll help you find, your calm. The happy balance in the brand new strawberry and cream flavor will keep your body good, your mind good, all the things, right? It's a 1-to-1 CBD THC ratio. It's great. It's perfect. Yes. If you are about to have just as much of a meltdown as these two are going to have when Gerald joins us. So check them out. You can find them at your local dispensary or by checking out ogsbrands.com. You do have to be 21 years or older to enjoy. Listen, if OG's is not your thing, Illegal Pete's has you hooked up with margaritas. So margaritas, burritos, quesos, you can drown out and eat out your sorrows as well.
Drinking and edibles going on today in this show.
Nothing will cure your ales like fresh limes, tequila, and sweet agave. So try out Illegal Pete's coin, premium, or frozen margarita. And don't forget about happy hour, 3 to 6 every single day.
Or just pour that delicious queso all over your body and just enjoy.
I mean,
hey, you shut your mouth, Emma.
It's piping hot if you read what Max wrote in the ad description. That's what he said in that thing. Emma, is Gerald officially here? He's working on it. He's trying to get in. Okay.
Did you guys see in the Discord, Diehard only Discord, today that apparently Amazon's going to come out with satellite internet little things that you can have? Run your phone, and they want to do a GoFundMe to get Gerald one so he doesn't have Wi-Fi problems at the footprint anymore.
That's hilarious. We should totally do that.
We should totally do that. But
okay, so we'll bring Gerald in, and then we'll show you what I've been teasing here. Okay, let's go, Emma.
In the darkness, beyond the light, there shall only be one. Welcome.
Hi, Gerald.
You're dead to me,
First of all, Gerald, how dare you? How dare you?
So that we can bring...
I'm glad you're muted right now and we can't hear you.
We should keep him muted.
How dare you,
So that we can bring everybody up to speed. The one and only Emma Stone was in the building tonight. And Gerald Bourget himself tracked her down and got a photo with her.
Boo this man. How in the hell?
This is why Gerald was late to the show, you guys. He was too busy tracking down Emma Stone.
Did you at least ask her to come on the program at some point?
I did not.
Oh my God, Gerald! You had one job! I bust my ass for this company, Gerald! Come on!
You couldn't have just been like, hey, you want to come hang out?
So here's the thing: is I came up.
Gerald, the joke is because I said here's the thing like 5 times apparently today and didn't realize it, and they just made fun of me for it.
The spirit of Mike Luke is within you.
Oh, no. Well, I was gonna say, because I came up and introduced myself, said hello, and then I knew there was a Suns player behind me, and I'm pretty sure it was Devin Booker. So I was like, I got to get this selfie off now, or I never will, because I'm about to be overshadowed by the face of the franchise. So I got my picture in there, and I got out before she could say no. So we're good.
Did she end up talking to Booker?
Yes.
Okay. All right.
Did you
I'm assuming
eavesdrop?
No, I did not, because I was trying to go find DeAndre Ayton to get an injury update on him. I couldn't track him down, but I did get stuff on Torrey and Devin Booker, and I think Dwayne tweeted about DA. So we have lots of injury updates too.
Well, Gerald, that's not what we care about here.
Yeah.
We care about what Emma Stone and Devin Booker were talking about.
Yeah, Gerald, I got an injury update for you. You broke my heart, man.
I'm really sorry. So I did ask Book because I was like, Emma Stone's in the house, and he was like, yeah, looking forward to meeting her. And I was like, I'm a big fan. He was like, I'm a big fan of her work too. So I'm sure he went over and said hello after he left the locker room.
Did you say, hey, Em?
I did not. I said, hi, Emma.
Man,
He kept it real proper.
Gerald is
proper.
coming up in this world, you know, like the little 22-year-old fresh-faced guy that used to be around the arena not talking to anybody. Now he's like taking selfies with
Hey, Kev.
A-list
Emma,
celebrities.
what's up?
I mean,
Can we
before
take
you
a
know it, you're
picture?
just going to be too big time for us.
I know, right?
Hi, Mr. Esposito. I'm Gerald Bourget. It's a pleasure to meet you. Now he's like, yeah, well, I met Emma Stone. You didn't. I see how it is,
I don't
Gerald.
like the way this. I don't
First,
like the direction.
first it was the muscles that were getting big. Now it's the ego. I get it. It's all good.
Man,
I
next
haven't
season,
said
Gerald's not
anything.
going to be able to fit through the door.
All right, Gerald, give us the injury updates, please.
Gerald's like, I hate it here.
I don't wanna anymore.
He said, no, you don't get him.
He's like, my spirit has been broken. That's the only injury you need to know
You're
about.
the one that took the picture and sent it over. You brought this on yourself, Kerr. Let's talk some basketball.
Fair enough. So I did ask Book in the locker room because he was grimacing at the end there, and people were speculating maybe he pulled something. It didn't look like he had a good look on his face. But he honestly, the way he reacted, he didn't know what I was talking about. He said he's fine. So hopefully there's nothing wrong with that. Monty said after the game he felt like he was just dealing with general soreness after playing 43 minutes on the second night of a back-to-back the other night. So he thinks that's what it was. I don't know if I'm buying that, but it was the most minutes he's played since he's come back, and it was on the second night of a back-to-back. So he was probably still hurting a little bit from that. So the good news is, as of right now, it doesn't seem like anything serious is going on with Book.
Okay, so you had mentioned that there was something shared about DA. Maybe Dwayne Rankin shared that. And then you said something about Torrey Craig. Was that an injury update? Okay.
No, so Torrey, I got the chance to talk to him in the locker room because we didn't really get a hold of him after the Bucks game the other night. I asked him about the heel, first of all, and he said it's still a little sore, but just another nick and bruise for him to play through, which he's been doing all season. And then I asked him about the tooth, and he confirmed he did break his tooth. He had to go to the dentist and get it fixed. He was saying it was a simple procedure, but they had to use a drill, and he's not a fan of drills, so he wasn't happy about that. And he said he still has a sensitivity to cold drinks after getting his tooth worked on. And I asked him, I was like, Giannis was your former teammate. Did you invoice him or anything? And he said, yeah. I told him he's going to have to send me $20, wire me $20 for that tooth. But he said he's got me, so we'll see. So
$20,
maybe
that's
a couple-
pretty cheap.
$20.
Yeah, can
Where
you
the
ask
fuck
him
did
his-
he go?
Yeah,
To
can you-
Mexico and
can-
get his tooth fixed?
Can you ask him what health insurance he has?
Jesus.
I want in on
So-
that.
It could have been 20K. The audio's a little jumbled. I couldn't tell if it said 20K or 20.
See, that sounds more like it.
Very
'Cause,
jumbled.
like, low-key, if he's still having sensitivity to cold, he's going to have to get a root canal. If his tooth broke and they put a cap on it and it still hurts, he has to get a root canal.
He is now known as Torrey the Tooth Craig. So
Oh, my God.
I'm pretty sure Shaq actually called him that tonight.
there you go.
So
How's DA?
Yeah, so I didn't get a hold of DA, but Dwayne and I think Kellen did. Dwayne tweeted out that it's his right groin that was the injury there. Monty wasn't sure if he hit his hip or what it was, but when he went up for that offensive rebound and he came back down, it looked like it was a contact thing. And Monty was saying, he wanted to push through it, but I looked at his face and there's a soreness face and there's a pain face. And he said it looked like a pain face, but credit to him for pushing through that. So that'll be something to keep an eye on. Luckily, they have a couple of days off between now and their next game on Sunday. So hopefully he'll be feeling better. Monty said they're going to take tomorrow off because he said it was an emotional week full of a lot of close games, shorthanded, obviously, with the travel. Guys just need to fill their cups a little bit. So hopefully DA will get the opportunity to do that and be okay for Sundays.
Was that a groin pun? Fill their cups?
No, not at all.
He said not intentionally.
Wait. I do have one other follow-up question real quick.
sorry.
I need you to clarify. I need you to show us, the people, the viewers, because we desperately need this. What's the difference between a sore face and a pain face?
I think a sore face is like, and then like a pain face is like.
I'm pretty sure the Payne face is the one you make every time you have to sit between Saul and I. Pretty sure that's the Payne face.
I love you. You're a great sport for doing that. I appreciate that.
Gerald, you did talk to Devin Booker. Other than talking to him about Emma Stone, did he talk at all about his offensive game tonight and kind of what was going on there?
Not really. I think it's just we talked a little bit about how they've been able to clog the paint and the importance of knocking down shots. And he was saying, and Josh was saying after the game as well, obviously he started 0 for 5 for 3 with a Kogi. But he was able to hit the next one, I believe, and spread the floor a little bit. They're just going to keep pushing through this. This is something I'll be writing about in the next couple of days as far as DA's offense and how it's been so clogged for him and for Book recently. But I think we're just seeing a little bit of that, a little bit of fatigue with the week that was, how many games they had to play and the back-to-back and the level of competition they had to play. It was just kind of an off night for him. But, you know, he was talking a little bit about the faith that they have in these guys, and Okogie was bringing up again, like Monty has always told him, I don't care if you miss 6 straight, you're going to shoot the 7th one because I'm going to pull you if you don't shoot it as opposed to letting it fly. So it was good to see a couple of those late looks fall for them and open up the floor a little bit more.
One other thing for you tonight, Gerald. There is a report, and I want you to confirm this for me. Have you officially taken on Shams for the title of Riz God?
Oh God.
Not even remotely close. I'm happily engaged, man. So I'm gonna leave it at that.
Why you always trying to set people up for failure, man?
Hey, you heard Jock ask me who I was going on a date with, knowing I was married. So.
I don't know if he knew you were married. I don't know. Gerald, first of all, thank you so much for coming to say hi to all the TakeOver peeps. They very much enjoyed it, and they cheered your name. Overall, with the Suns team, they got a couple games that on paper should be W's, but you know how this all goes. How important do you think the next 2 games are with OKC and the Lakers specifically?
Yeah, they're very important. The Lakers have been playing a lot better recently. The Thunder, it's tough to beat. I think this will be the 3rd time they've been playing them in the last 2 or 3 weeks or something like that. It's tough to beat a team that many times in that short of a span, especially if they do wind up playing Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, who's missed the last 2 meetings. And the Lakers have been playing well, like I said. So it's important to capitalize on these types of games, especially to start a road trip and with a couple of days in between now and then. Like Monty said, they need to fill their cup. And right now, nothing is going to come easy for this team. I think the Magic are a little underrated in terms of how they match up with the Suns just because of the length that they bring to the table. But I do think they need to capitalize on these games because they do have a tough remaining schedule and they don't want to lose any ground in the West. They want to build it up as much as they can before those tougher games. I know they got Philly coming up after that as well. So, yeah, it's going to be important for them to defend a lot better than they have been. They gave up a ton of transition points tonight. They need to be a little more on their P's and Q's when it comes to that sort of thing.
All right, gentlemen. It was a fun game. Glad we snapped a 3-game losing streak. Suns got a win. We got to hear the sexy sax. We got to give Gerald so much grief about tracking down Emma Stone and stealing a selfie with her.
But here's the thing. What you need to understand
Code PHNX.
is that somehow Mike Luke still exists on this podcast, and that's a great thing.
But overall, we got to hang out with our friends at the TakeOver.
Yes.
Like, tonight was just overall a really solid night, and I'm glad that this is how we get to kind of close out the week because we do not have a show for you guys tomorrow. That is an off day for us. And then Saturday, we will also take a day off. But Sunday, we'll be back. We've got our normal schedule, pregame show 30 minutes before tip-off, and then, of course, after the game wraps up. And I believe that was at 12:30.
Yeah, it's a brunch with the beanie.
Game, right?
So.
Yeah.
A brunch with the beanie. And a reminder, tomorrow, big-time drop, Nuggets game, ticket takeover for our last takeover of the season. Mm-hmm. Lower-level tickets, $200 or $160 if you're a diehard. And you know what was the cool thing tonight? I would say a majority of the people that were at our takeover were in fact diehards. It was phenomenal to see them come out and support. I saw some of the diehard merch, the jacket. I saw that tonight. Yeah, a lot of the folks that came out are really starting to rep the brand and really rep the community, more importantly. And so we appreciate all of you all for coming out and having such a great time. It was, we do not take that for granted whatsoever. We enjoy spending time with every single one of you. So thank you so much. And again, Gerald, thanks for taking some time to come up at halftime and say hey to everybody.
Yeah, it was great to see everybody. I wish I could have talked with everybody a little bit more, but they had like a halftime performance going on. So hopefully next time I'll be able to say hello to everybody a little bit more.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, guys. Thanks for joining us. We appreciate you. Like I said, we'll see you all on Sunday. But until then, you can follow the show on Twitter at PHNX_Suns. You can follow me at Lindsay Smith AZ. You can follow Gerald at Gerald Bourget. You can follow Saul at Saul_Bookman. And of course, you can follow Espo at Espo. Espo, take us home.
When you say something.
Jesus Christ.
Hey, it was a request at the whole thing. Let me do the Nookie Monster.
When you say something and stick your foot in your mouth, eventually you wind up eating shoe.
Ahoy, hoy.
Turn up the tempo, got to understand me. I'll always wreck the family. Rally in the valley like Dan G, no plan B. Always on the job, my team move like the mob. Turn the beat on, I throw it down like DA on the live. Best